Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Armand, and today we'll be discussing a couple of comments actually came back from one of my previous video. It's the how to get the right job that you really want, how to get through the interview process per se. And some people actually responded back with, okay, now that we have this tool, give us a little bit of an idea as far as what you think, what you've seen out there, being in the line of work that you are in, what people should wear, okay, the best outfits for certain job interviews, right? And it truly does range in a wide range of different options, okay? Just because you cannot go into an interview and be dressed inappropriately. When I say inappropriately, I'm not talking about, you're going to a job interview and you're dressed in shorts. Of course, you got to have enough brains not to do that, all right? It doesn't make any sense. But there's typical type of outfits that you should be wearing for certain job interviews. So for example, in the professional world, you're going to want to make sure that if you're meeting inside an office, if you're meeting with an executive, an HR manager of a office building for, let's say, a law firm or an accounting firm or some form of responsibility, that's what they call a blue collar work, where, you're inside an office and a desk and doing, office jobs. Well, you're going to want to make sure that you're dressed business professional. Business professional is a shirt, a coat, a blazer, and a tie. And of course, slacks, no jeans, right? And some dress shoes, right? This will give you the best possible impression that you belong inside an office. You're not walking in sneakers. You're not walking in on a t-shirt or a polo shirt with, hands cut off or whatnot, right? So first impression is truly very, very important. It's the first time that they're actually going to see you. It's the first time they're going to see you. It's the first time that they're going to speak to you. And of course, everything will fall into place if you have all of the necessary ingredients. So again, professional business attire interview, definitely wear your nice shirt, nice tie. Okay. Don't, I never done it, but other people would wear these specialty ties that their children would give to them or their spouse would give to them as a joke. I probably would refrain from that. Be as professional as possible. Make sure that your hair is combed back or combed properly. It's not all over the place that you just woke up. Your hair is part of your attire. Your face is part of your attire, because if you forgot to shave, obviously you're not going to look too presentable, right? Make sure that everything is clean cut is what we're saying, right? Now for non-professional business casual, okay, these are, let's say, entry-level jobs. Even some entry-level jobs you require to wear, a suit and a tie, right? But there are some businesses where it's a casual office, okay? Even the owner, even the president of the company is coming in slacks or golf shirt, right? So you're gonna wanna know before you accept, well, obviously accept the interview request, right? But you're gonna wanna know from the HR manager or from the person you're talking to, scheduling the interview, what's expected attire. And if they say non-professional business casual, those are your slacks, okay? Maybe not dress shoes, but casual shoes. Maybe not quite a full-blown, suit and tie, but possibly a shirt with a tie, loosely open up the top, right? And maybe a blazer, okay? A sports coat, okay? That's business casual, all right? Some people will go into a casual interview. A casual interview is as simple as it could possibly get to an extent. It means a shirt, whether it's a polo shirt or a short sleeve shirt, no tie needed. Casual pants, right? No jeans, of course. Casual pants, slacks, right? And of course, casual shoes. All right. So there are certain levels that they will actually appreciate more just because you took into account their expectation of their office. So each office is different depending on where you're going and how you're presenting yourself. Okay. Now, casual attire, somebody could really take that and misinterpret it. All right, I've seen people come in a casual attire and literally wearing shorts, casual shorts, like they're going to golf to a golf tournament, or they're going golfing or something, right? No, casual is you don't have to be in your black suit, dressed up shoes or anything like that, but they're just in relaxed, presentable, relaxed khakis, dark wash jeans, not blue jeans or anything like that, nice top, for example. Okay, so again, please make sure that you are prepared for your interview appropriately. Okay, hairstyles, absolutely. You don't want to go in there as if you just basically woke up. Again, makeup for women, not excessive, but obviously making sure that you're presentable. It's not like you're going to a party after work or anything like that where you have to be dolled up or anything. But also the dress code applies to the women. Now, for women, obviously I can only speak for my experience as far as what I've seen in the last couple of years, as far as interviewees coming in. You want to be dressed professional. Now, some people say it's a lot easier for women to go into a job interview. Not necessarily. Women go through the same concern as far as men and men goes, as far as going in. They don't want to be overly dressed. They don't. I've seen some, and quite honestly, this is what actually freaks me out at times. Is I've seen women going to interviews, and I kid you not, they look like they're going to a party. Like a ball, number one. And then of course the complete opposite. I've seen women going to a job interview and they're completely misdressed as if they're going clubbing afterwards. And you probably know what I'm talking about in some of these cases, right? So you got to find that middle ground where, number one, you are not going to be looked at any or frowned upon in a negative way, as far as what you're really doing at that business location during that time. Okay, so please make sure that you take those into account. College job interview attire, they're fairly simple. While college students might dress casually in a classroom, right? They should always dress professionally when interviewing for any form of position, even with their whether it's professional or maybe even internship at their college level, right? Less formal is acceptable, right, when interviewing for campus jobs. But if they're interviewing for outside of the campus, like an actual job, a professional job, they should always be dressed professionally. Always dress professionally. It just goes to show that although you're graduating college, although you just recently graduate college, it just goes to show that a certain discipline was instilled, a certain discipline was embedded in you during your college years, that you know better than to show up casual at your first job interview. Now, the manager could say, well, you're a little overdressed. Sir, it's a lot better to be overdressed than underdressed. So hopefully you can appreciate that. I mean, that's something that you could certainly say to that person. Well, I do apologize. I was not able to call your HR department and get some suggestion as far as the dress code attire. So I'd rather be overdressed than underdressed. Okay. So these things, it shows that you learned something throughout your college years, right? It shows that you took a heavier interest on making sure that you rose above all the rest. Now, there's obviously so many different types of opportunity as far as dress goes. I mean, even high school students nowadays are going for job interviews. And as far as high school students, you've seen this. You've seen this in your lifetime, okay? You would go to a high school job fair, right? And a lot of these guys and gals, of course, high schoolers, are dressed in shorts, right? Or in their in their rubber shoes, running shoes, right? It's the same concept. At least be business casual, okay? Put on your your dad's shirt without a tie, and put on some dark pants or maybe even khakis and some casual shoes. Don't use your running shoes that's completely mudded up and show up to a job interview. Well, I'm just going to McDonald's or to Burger King. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if your job is at the post office or if you're trying to get a job at Burger King or McDonald's. You want to rise above the rest. You want to be taken into a pedestal and saying, although this is a high school student, he came in completely dressed up, nice and ready to go. And the other 9 people that I interviewed, they came in their shorts, and they came in their jeans, and they came in their running shoes. This person took pride in himself. This person took pride into what he's trying to do. Although it's just a McDonald's job or although it's just a Burger King job, it doesn't matter. This person went above and beyond the rest. So I can easily maybe expect that that's the same quality of work that I can get out of them. So right off the gate, it already took you to the next level, right? I mean, it's just the way that it works. It's concept. It's people's perception, right? So again, there are so many different opportunities out there that people miss out on as far as job opportunities, just because they were so prepared for the interview. They were so prepared for, they could do the job. They can literally do the job. But the problem was they could not present themselves appropriately. They could not present themselves to the employer as a serious candidate. You have to remember, if you found the job listing on a job post or online, do you honestly think that you're the only one that's competing for that job position? Do you honestly think you're the only one that they're interviewing, right? You have to assume that they're interviewing a ton of people for that job. So the question is, how are you going to separate yourself to be above the rest? Well, number one, being prepared for the interview, having the right questions, having the right answers, right? And that's on my other video. If you haven't seen it, please watch it, right? But also, the other side of that, your presentation. The moment that they open that door for you and you meet with that HR manager or that hiring manager, even without saying anything to them yet, they can already picture who you are. They can already have some form of understanding who you are. Okay? For me, in the past, I know it's kind of weird, but anytime that I interview someone or consider someone for a position, I purposely make him wait for about 5 minutes in the lobby. I purposely do that, right? Not because I'm vindictive or angry or anything. Absolutely not, right? I make him wait 5 minutes in the lobby before I actually have to call them in, because I want to see what they do. I want to see if they're that person that would just sit there in the corner and not speak. I want to see if they're actually looking at some notes and trying to prepare themselves. I want to see if they're outgoing. If we're looking for a marketer or a salesperson or a business developer, I want to know if this person can actually do that. Which means if there are other people inside in the lobby, I want to know if they're going to keep to themselves or if they're going to interact with people and talk with people and conversate with people, because that's what the kind of job that we're looking for, right? Or the kind of position that they're looking for. And also it gives me an idea as far as how they move and how they present themselves, right? And then when I'm ready, I'll go call them up. I already have some form of mental picture as to how this person may perform. It's not 100% picture, right? It's not 100% complete, but it kind of gives me an idea how I can take the conversation of our interview. I'm not that person that will sit with an interviewer or an interviewee and go through a list of questions. Okay, I hate seeing those. Those are people that are not prepared. What I mean by not prepared is the interviewer, the HR manager, if they have to go through a list of questions that they have to ask you, put check marks on it, that's ridiculous. Okay, that's ridiculous. They don't know what they're doing, right? And you can almost run them over and they don't know what to hit them, right? An interview is it'll just flow. It'll just flow. And if you feel confident about yourself, if you feel comfortable about yourself because you're dressed nice, you're ready to go, it's just a well-rounded situation. So hopefully these topics or areas of suggestion for outfits for interview help any one of you guys watching this video. Okay, and if it does, please let me know. If it doesn't, tell me as well so that I can make improvements on the video for future reference. Also, if there are other topics about professional career, job interviews, how to do this and how to get around the interviewer and how to kind of feel more comfortable about going through that process, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do some videos for you guys and post it, and maybe it would help you. We're just here to help. It's the bottom line. Okay, so hopefully this video was of some use and some value to you. And once again, thank you for watching. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure you like and you subscribe to the channel as more videos are coming up in the future. Again, my name is Armand and thank you for watching. See you next time.